Monday, friends! Today I'm going to be doing some pantry organization with only items that I found at the Dollar Tree or that I just already had sitting in the cupboard. So this is kind of our pantry. They're just cupboards in our kitchen, but we don't really have like a full walk-in pantry. So we use these cabinets as our pantry, and they are completely unorganized right now. Everything's just kind of thrown in there. So I've been so excited to get in there and just organize everything, give everything its kind of a spot, and put it in containers, things like that. So I'm really excited to get started, and I'll show you guys everything that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I kind of picked up probably more than what I actually need for these cupboards, but I may end up working on some other ones in the kitchen too. I've just been wanting to really do a full kitchen reorganization, but for today I'm going to focus on taking everything out of this pantry and reorganizing it, and then we'll see if I need to shift it around to some other cupboards and switch stuff around. So we'll see where it takes us, but let's get started. Okay, so there was a lot more on just those two shelves than I expected there to be. There was so much that we couldn't even see in the back. So I've kind of sorted things out a little bit. Like we've got kind of like more snacky stuff over here. And then I've got like syrups and olive oil and all of that. And then there's some baking stuff over here, but this whole shelf is like baking stuff. So I'm gonna do that shelf next. But for now, I'm going to go through and see what is expired, and then I'll start putting things in the cabinets after I wipe them down. It looks like they need a good little wipe down. This project was a really good reminder for me that organization really doesn't need to be that expensive. I've kind of been putting off this kitchen organization project just because I kept picturing the perfect, aesthetically pleasing kitchen that you kind of see on Pinterest or TikTok or Instagram, with all of the perfectly color coordinating containers and everything. And you know, maybe someday we'll be at a point where we can afford to shop on Amazon and Target and get the more expensive wicker baskets and everything that are so trendy and in style right now. But this kitchen organization was so functional, and it's not perfectly aesthetically pleasing, but it works so well for us. And we've been using our kitchen organized like this for about a week now, and it works so well, and it just makes cooking so much more enjoyable when everything is easily accessible. And when I look in the cabinets and everything's organized, it's a small little happiness to my day. So it's just a good reminder that you can go to the dollar store and get organizers for $1 or $1.25 as our dollar store is now. So this little Lazy Susan tray is one of the things that I already had in the pantry, so it is not from the Dollar Tree, and there's a couple other baskets that you saw in there that also are not from the Dollar Tree, and I just already had them in my pantry. Just got a lot harder, but we're gonna do it. I may have to pause and finish tomorrow, but we'll see what he lets me get done. Okay, it's day 2 and we got like no sleep last night, so please excuse my look today. But this is basically turning into a full kitchen reorganization, and I'm not mad about it because I've been wanting to do this for a while. So I'm super excited, and I think it's gonna take me a little bit longer than I originally thought because I was just gonna do the 2 cabinets over there. But now we're doing a lot of cabinets, so it's gonna be great, and we'll just see how many days it takes, and that's totally fine. So I'm gonna pick up where I left off with finishing up this one cabinet. So I'm gonna kind of organize the noodles and the cereal and everything that we had at the bottom, and then also the very top shelf that I didn't get to yesterday. And once that's all organized, I think I'm going to switch around a little bit some of the other parts of the cabinet because I think that it's just like too deep to be able to see some of that stuff, and so something else might fit in there better. So we'll see how it goes. So all of those boxes of cereal besides the Cheerios had expired because I haven't been having Cheerios in the morning during postpartum for whatever reason. I guess it seems like too much work early in the morning. But anyways, I only have the Cheerios left over, but I left another one of these clear containers next to the Cheerios in the cabinet so that when we buy more cereal, there will be a spot for it as well. And also I can put the extras in this bucket. Okay, so down here we have a lot of stuff that we don't use very often, like this toaster we never use anymore because we have a toaster oven. And then that is a Mickey Mouse chocolate fountain, and then like my pumpkin dispenser. So Lily, my cat keeps going in here. Okay, I'm gonna move some of this, I think, to like the top shelf over here because we don't need to get to it that often. And so I think that'll clear up some good space down here, and I can't wait to organize all that medicine and junk. This cabinet is one of the ones that was just kind of a Mod Podge of everything, and it really was not functional and didn't make sense what was stored in there or how it was stored in there. So this one, the before and after, is going to look totally different because I'm completely switching out what goes in this cabinet besides those few cups that I'm putting on the bottom shelf. Okay, it's day 3 of my full kitchen reorganization using only items from the Dollar Tree, and let me show you the progress so far. Okay, so these shelves are looking a lot better, but my issue is with the snack one, like you can see the popcorn, but you can't really see that big thing that's back there. And then this is pretty empty. I mean, we just don't have a lot of snacks stocked up right now, but I think I want to move stuff around. And like this, I've got our taco seasonings and stuff, but there's nothing behind there. These shelves are just so deep. So I'm thinking maybe they would be good to store something else. So I'm thinking I'm gonna move this by the stove. I think that it makes more sense to have olive oil by the stove anyways. And all my seasonings plus these taco seasonings are gonna go by the stove. So I'm just gonna finish kind of getting everything organized, like baking stuff. Everything's gonna be put into its own like containers and be organized. And then I'm gonna move it around to my other cabinets in the kitchen and just see what works best. So you'll probably see me switching stuff around a whole lot. But our medicines are looking a lot better. That shelf was a disaster. And then we've got cookbooks and lunch boxes and stuff down here. It really is the small adjustments that make all the difference when you're organizing your kitchen or any space really. Raising these shelves allowed me to be able to store these oils here, and it's been so nice to have them right next to the stove. And I did this in a few cabinets. I didn't video it in all of them, but in quite a few of them I raised or lowered cabinet or shelves to make it make more sense, and it was really helpful. For the spices, I had a lot of extras of the ones that just refill, those little refillable ones that are all the same. But these are just a few of the extra ones that don't fit into those, and I use them often still, so I just put them in that little container right above. And the rest of them are all just in a basket on the top shelf, the ones that I use to refill, so that I can grab them easily, but I don't really need to see them every day. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday and that you have enjoyed this video and that it's given you some inspiration to organize your own spaces, especially if you're doing it on a budget. And I'm going to stop talking now and let you watch the before and afters of the final product.